Hello, I'm Jonathan Clogston Wilmot, and today I'm giving an unashamed plug for my book, Yang Deficiency. I wrote this last year after a lot of thought, and it made me really consider what the difference between Yang and Yin was, and how these apply to us in life. Let me tell you a bit about it. Have you ever felt unsure of yourself, unsure of your identity, of who you are, where you come from? These are signs of Yang Deficiency. Or maybe unable to defend yourself, or slow to respond, weaker than you should be, maybe low confidence. These are also signs of Yang Deficiency. Perhaps also you lack imagination, or inspiration, or the ability to create, and therefore think forwards to your future and the goals you want to have and what you want to become, your life direction. Again, signs of Yang Deficiency. Or maybe you're somebody who avoids people's eyes. You don't look at them when you speak. You don't look at them in a way that feels confident, as you should if you were confident. Or maybe you are, or know somebody who is stooped, always slightly low, slightly hunched up perhaps. They also are deficient in Yang. You see this in old people, of course, but in young people you expect them to stand up and look you straight. But if they don't, then perhaps they also are suffering from Yang Deficiency. Another sign of it physically is people who catch bugs all the time and cannot get rid of them, have ongoing low-grade kinds of discomfort in their bodies, which mean that they often feel chilled or cold, poor circulation, cold hands, cold feet. All those are possible signs of Yang Deficiency as well. Tiredness, perhaps even dizziness when they stand up fast. So it's the ability to defend ourselves on the immune system side, as well as our ability to keep ourselves warm, and to see what our goals are and where we want to go in life. These are all signs of Yang Deficiency. And when you're down, it can feel a long way up. But there's much more to it than that, because whole countries can be Yang Deficient. For example, after a war, when there's been a total destruction of infrastructure, then the bridges and the railways and the roads and the buildings have all been destroyed, brought low. It can take an awful lot of inspiration and imagination and leadership, which are Yang qualities, to get people going and bring them together to work for their common future. Countries can also suffer from it when they are perhaps splitting apart, or in danger of splitting apart, because their history and their culture and their ethos is not sufficient to hold them together. Or you get one part of the country which has developed a very strong identity and wants to split away from the original part. Then you also get cultures. When a culture is threatened by another, then it needs to develop a strong Yang identity to be able to defend itself properly. And the downtrodden, anybody who's downtrodden, of course, also is quite potentially Yang deficient. And you think back to people who've not had the democratic vote, they perhaps are certainly Yang deficient. And also, what about people like the group of slaves, undoubtedly Yang deficient in the past, and nowadays also, sadly. And women. Women have been put in certain positions in society in the past and even today where they're unable to develop their ambitions, develop their abilities and their goals in ways which would probably contribute enormously to the societies of which they're part. But they can't, because the culture demands that they stay in one place and position. Well, if these ideas about inspiration and creation and goals and identity mean something to you, as well as the ability to have a strong immune force and to fight off disease and to remain bright and cheerful and warm into old age, then perhaps my book on Yang Deficiency will interest you. And you can get it on Amazon. It's about 160 pages. It's in fairly large type, so even I can read it. And it's not intended to be a big intellectual book, although the ideas in it, not my ideas, but the ideas in it are fantastic, as big as the universe. So very inspiring in my belief anyway. You can read the introduction and the chapter 1 on Amazon for nothing to see whether it's whether you like it. And then if you do like it, then you can buy it in softback. And also, of course, if you have Kindle, you can download it there. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, then it's free to read. So anyway, I invite you to read my book on Yang Deficiency, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please let me know. Okay, thanks for listening. Goodbye.